So I hear a lot of talk about putting arc. Oh, you need this arc or that arc, or you need to go a pendulum stroke, straight back and straight through. And people sell all kind of training gadgets and gimmicks to help you with what they say is the perfect arc or lack of arc in your stroke. Damn fly, right on my nose. We may leave that in for fun. So what we're going to talk about today is, what is the perfect putting arc for you? Putting arc is really not all that important. First, let's break down a myth. People talk about, oh, you need a pendulum stroke, straight back and straight through. The problem with that concept is there's an angle here. This shaft does not go into the putter at 90 degrees. And as long as you have this angle, and as long as you have human shoulders, which are 75 or 3/4 rotating joints, if there's an angle here, there's an arc in your stroke. It's just not possible any other way, because you're not standing straight over the ball. And the only way to have a big or a straight back and straight through stroke from here is if you move your whole body and shift things. You don't want to do that while you're putting. So the only other way to have a perfectly straight up and down and perpendicular pendulum style stroke is if you were to set up like this. You got my whole body in the camera, I hope. So yeah, if you could set up like this, where you bend over and put your hands straight down. Now you got a putter that's maybe 6 or 8 inches long. If you're able to bend over and touch your toes, you got a putter that's 3 inches long. Then you can make a straight back or straight through stroke. Even the people who use the side saddle or broomstick style putters, they still have an angle here. And as long as you have this angle, you're going to have an arc. So I'm going to tell you this: the amount of arc in your putter doesn't matter. What matters is at the point of impact, in a window there that's, say, 3.5 or 4 inches long, your putter is square to that line. I'm going to kind of illustrate that for you today. I've set up a chalk line, but let's make a little window. So this first tee is a couple inches behind the ball, and the second tee is about 1 inch in front of the ball. Let's line them up where they're square. So in terms of an arc, what I do back here, if I arc it, if I swing it like a game, you may want to come around here and zoom in. So I'm set up, the ball on the line. I'm using the little alignment aid on the ball. I normally don't when I'm playing. Putter is square. So from here, if I have a big arcing stroke, doesn't matter. If I have a very slightly arcing stroke, doesn't matter. Now going outside the line is bad, you'll cut across it. But as long as between this tee and this tee, everything is squared up. You notice the alignment aid on my Honu putter is like a T-square. That works really well for me visually for a lot of people. For some folks it doesn't. Don't worry about that. What you want to do is make sure that your ball and your putter, that's a perfect 90-degree angle to the ball, and that at that magical point of impact, and it only takes a little bit, at that magical point of impact, your putter is square to the line. The ball is on the putter such a short amount of time, all you need to do is be square at that point, and don't think about your arc. I had that one open a little bit, missed it to the right. And this is where you should work on keeping the putter face square. All right. I have wobbled the putter all over the place on the back and through stroke, but in that 4-inch window, everything was square to the line. Let's do another one. That's perfect. They don't want to look at me anyway, just see the ball in the line. And on those last two, I intentionally did the putter head a little bit like that on the backstroke, and it doesn't matter, demonstrating that it doesn't matter as long as you're square inside here. All right, let's try to really make a proper stroke this time. Straight up that line into the hole. And this is about a 4-foot putt, maybe 4.5, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But again, straight up that line and in the hole. It works every time. So again, don't care how much arc you do or don't have. That's impacted by the fact that your putter shaft has an angle. It also is impacted, the amount of arc you have is impacted by your body type, the length of your arms versus the length of your legs, your posture, so many variables there. A lot of people who stand with their feet really close together, well, they're gonna have a bigger arc. That doesn't matter if you're comfortable and you can putt like that. If you personally think that your arc is too big, you wanna take some of that out, you can spread your feet wider apart. Now you've spread the range of the base and your putter shaft will go back and through, or your putter will go back and through more, or be on a straight line back and through a longer amount of time. If that makes any sense. But you don't worry about the arc. There's no such thing as a perfect arc. What's perfect and what is important is this little window about 2 inches before impact, the 1 inch of the ball at impact, and the 1st inch after. It's not like a driver. The ball doesn't stay on the putter face and have a dwell time, and that causes you to push or pull it. The only thing that causes pushing or pulling is in this short little window, your putter face is not square to the target line. You can work it on this at home. I did a video where I had you working on it between a couple of small 2x4s or a couple of books. You're working on the practice green like I'm doing here with the chalk line, but square, straight up the line and into the hole. Work on that. You'll find that you make more putts and you'll get those foolish thoughts that distract you, cause you to miss putts about arc and all of this nonsense out of your head. All that matters, having this square to your target line at impact and seeing this contact the ball. The ball rolls in the hole quite well if you do that. So like, subscribe, comment, and share. And here's to you making more putts.